Ladies and gentlemen, could you please rise for the procession of our graduates and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Thank you.
Please be seated. To our Kaneland Board of Education members, Kaneland District Administration, Kaneland staff, families, and friends, welcome to our graduation ceremony. My name is Max Hansen, and I'm the president of the Kaneland class of 2021. My high school career, similar to my peers, has been spoiled with a plethora of clubs, activities, and sports. Kaneland has always been a district that gives its students so many routes of expression and engagement. However, there's a bit of a roadblock last year. My biggest care last March was getting a 3-week spring break, and then I ended up being locked in the house for months. I guess I learned to be careful what you wish for. While I look back and cherish those times with my family, 1,000-piece puzzles for ages 6 and up are way tougher than they look. Because of this extensive break, we didn't have junior year prom, there was no NHS induction or award ceremonies at the end of last year. Class of 2020 wasn't able to have an in-person graduation. For a time, it seemed like we were not going to have one either. Things were definitely different. And everyone's been saying that our senior year got stolen from us. Since when did you guys actually like going to school? In all actuality, this year really did show me how important it is to be in person. The connections I built with my teachers this year were as strong as I could make them, but they lacked that in-person, they lacked that everyday in-person element that my classmates and I love. This year has made me truly appreciate face-to-face interactions and how important they are. And besides, being stuck at home half the week means I don't get to see Mr. Dentino's daily shenanigans in calculus, or hear Miss Preble tell me how many late assignments I have in English class. Don't worry, Miss Preble, this speech got done last night, and Paper Rater gave me an 87%, so I think that's good enough. I missed the daily trips to Mr. Paoli's room during lunch, where he'd make fun of everyone that came, including myself. You know, I never really figured out why I kept going. Never mind. It was to correct all my AP chemistry tests that I failed miserably, but I digress. Speaking of them, let's hear for the teachers. The fact that every class this year has maintained a similar workload and educational value compared to last year is extraordinary. I personally cannot thank the teachers enough for that. This year has tried all of us in ways that I'm sure none of us could have ever imagined, nor prepared for. So their quick ability to not only adapt but take control of our situation is mind-boggling. You all deserve more than words can express. Thank you. I know this room is full of a lot of emotions right now. I say this because I've been able to see my mom crying from the stands this entire ceremony, and it's only been 10 minutes. We're full of excitement, worry, fear. There is so much anticipation for this day for years until it finally happens. And suddenly it's here. And we are no longer kids. Real life is upon us. But that doesn't mean you need to figure it all out right away. This past year has made it extremely obvious that nobody has it all figured out. So if there is one piece of advice I can give my peers, it is to not feel pressure to know the next 50 steps after this. It's okay to take things as they come. And as life moves forward, we should continue to learn, grow, be open-minded, and resilient. Before I wrap things up, I'd like to give a few personal thank yous. Please feel free to applaud if you hear any familiar names. Thank you, Mr. Meyer, for opening me up to so many diverse regions and cultures through Global Cultures Club and Human Geography. Thank you, Senora Jasenko, for doing the same through the 2 years of Spanish I had you for. Thank you to Mr. Martinez for being so passionate about U.S. history. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been so invested in the class. Just one more year and you can finally enjoy retirement. I know you're counting the days. Thank you to Mr. Maurice, who started out his teaching career with my junior year class. I'm really sorry you had to deal with that. Thank you to all my teachers and mentors throughout my time here at Kaneland. I want to thank my family for their endless support and love. Happy birthday, Dad. And thank you to my friends for always being there when I needed it. I'm honored to stand at this podium and I'm extremely glad that our progression through this historic time has led us all to walk across this stage and receive our diplomas. Congratulations, Kaneland Class of 2021, and good luck on everything you set out to do. May all your goals be accomplished. Go Knights! Without further ado, please welcome Ms. Maris to the podium.
Kaneland Class of 2021, as principal of Kaneland High School, I'm honored to welcome you to your graduation ceremony, to be here with you tonight, and to serve as your principal. We are here to celebrate your accomplishments and encourage you as you enter the next stage of life. But let me begin by saying congratulations, Class of 2021. Before us, we have, in their black caps and gowns, their graduating class of 2021. Among them are seniors we would like to honor for their academic accomplishments, as denoted in your program next to their name. Students wearing a gold tassel have been named to the National Honor Society. We also have students wearing a white cord that have been recognized as Illinois State Scholars. Our Knights of Distinction are Kaneland students who are graduating cum laude with a grade point average of 3.9, magna cum laude with a grade point average of 4.0, or summa cum laude with a grade point average of 4.1 or higher. Today, you can identify these students by the gold medals that they are wearing. It is my privilege to introduce to you all of our honored students, so if you would please stand so that we can recognize you. If you're wearing a gold tassel, a medal, or a white cord, please stand. Thank you. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Thank you. The class of 2021 is filled with academic awards, and the academic rigor amongst this class is quite impressive. At this time, I'm honored to introduce to you individuals, and I welcome them to the stage, the two students with the highest grade point average. First, our salutatorian will be attending UIC as a molecular biology major and was also admitted to their medical school as part of a direct admit medical program. Following college, she intends to become a physician, likely a nephrologist. I'd like to introduce to you Miss Hannah Julava. Congratulations, Hannah.
Hello, everyone. I'm pleased to say we have finally made it. We're officially cylinders. Oh, I mean graduated. I want to thank all of you for being here today to celebrate a significant day in the lives of all 2021 Kaneland graduates. On my part, I would like to thank my family, my teachers, and each of my peers. Words cannot express the gratitude I have for each and every one of you and the immeasurable impacts you've had on my life. And it is only because of you that I'm standing here today. Almost immediately after being told I was salutatorian, I realized that I was tasked with one of the last speeches of high school you will ever hear, making it imperative that I send us off well. So, for the sake of this criterion, I'll begin. While not all of us graduates began our education at a Kaneland school, we are well aware of the district's mission statement to graduate all students college, career, and community ready. And being that this is a graduation ceremony, it only seems natural that we would determine if the class of 2021 has met these standards. First, the criteria of college readiness. Many of us here will soon begin our college journeys, some in entirely different states. This is the beginning of a new stage in our lives, but fortunately, we are far from underprepared. From introductory levels to electives to AP, I am confident that each of us has found at least one class, maybe simply a peer or a teacher, that has taught us about our values and our aspirations for our future. As for teachers, at Kaneland, we have no shortage of educators who challenge us to think unconventionally and strive for excellence. As a result, all of us can be at ease in the confidence that our academic experiences here will lead to academic success in college and beyond. For those keeping track, first criterion met. Next, career readiness. Some of us find ourselves on the college path, but others of us are ready to make an impact in the workforce, understanding we have already found our niches. Undoubtedly, many of us have used our Fox Valley classes as a way to advance our futures, effectively preparing for careers in conjunction with secondary education. With this said, I'm confident that those of us who are entering the workforce are evidently prepared with the necessary skills for the future. In the same way, it will only be a few more years before us college-bound students find ourselves in the same place. Point 2 for the class of 2021. Finally, but most importantly, are we community ready? In short, yes. While community readiness is often equated as volunteerism, something that many of us have been heavily involved in throughout our high school careers, it also extends to everyday social interactions. I feel confident that most, if not all of us graduates, have been part of a club, school, play, or sport, leadership position, or school-sponsored activity. Still others have maintained jobs or even pursued hobbies and interests outside of home and at school. In these activities, we have found friends and leaders who have not only shaped our interests, but also our abilities to interact as active community members. Appropriately, we commonly refer to the Kaneland community. This does not have to change when we extend from outside its physical boundaries, however. We, in essence, are the Kaneland community. Point 3. All 3 points have been met, so I promise I will be done soon. From this, we realize that despite where our high school experience lies on the spectrum, we accomplished what we set out to do. We are college ready. We are and will be career ready, and we are most definitely community ready. So, drawing on our experiences from the past, we enter our futures. And, as Neil Gaiman once said, now go and make interesting mistakes. Make glorious and fantastic mistakes. Break rules. Leave the world more interesting for you being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. Our valedictorian for the class of 2021 will be attending the University of Notre Dame with a university scholarship to major in mechanical engineering. After college, he hopes to work as a mechanical engineer. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Christopher Fountain. Congratulations, Christopher. Congratulations. I can take your mask off too. Okay.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and the Kaneland class of 2021. Now, before I continue with this speech, in tradition with the transition to standards-based grading, I think it's only appropriate to review the standards for this evening. I can walk across the stage and receive my high school diploma. This will be a summative assessment on this standard, and there will be no reassessment opportunities. So for the past several months, I have heard various feelings about graduating high school. Some are excited, some aren't, some are really excited, but I think the vast majority of us feel some sort of in between. Excited for life's next chapter, but somewhat nostalgic about at least some of the time we have spent here at Kaneland. I think this sentiment was created by little memories and small moments here and there throughout high school. Maybe it was during our freshman year, when former athletic director Peter Goff yelled, "What's up, Kaneland?" about 30 times in the span of 5 minutes on our first day of school. Or when our class messed up the hallway traffic so badly that by the second week of school, security had to redirect the stairways to go only one way, which is still in effect to this day. Maybe it was during sophomore year, where we continued to study the strange taste of the infamous Kaneland water. Quick side note, Mr. Paoli, if you're looking for a good chemistry lab next year, I think I have an idea for you. It was sophomore year that many of us met Mr. Dentino, who taught us that while calculus and his height may have their limits, his energy levels certainly do not. Maybe it was our junior year when we learned how much Senora Drasenko was in the know with student life at Kaneland, even dressing up as Karen for a day. It was also this year we met Mr. Martinez, who ushered in the legendary Martinez memes, because copying and pasting Mr. Martinez's face onto a Pez dispenser and then calling it Marti Pez is apparently pretty funny to a bunch of teenagers. The point is, I think there were plenty of these little moments that over time made our high school experience what it was. Then came our senior year. We traded in homecomings, assemblies, concerts, large friend gatherings for Zoom meetings, bad internet, remote learning days, quarantines, masks, even murder hornets at one point, and anything else 2020 thought to throw at us. It wasn't the senior year any of us expected or likely hoped for, myself included. However, I've actually found a lot of things that were consistent with previous years. Of course, the Kaneland water, Mr. Larson's stories, Mr. Puckett's punctuality, and procrastinating on any assignment, even with now the entire day to do it, because I guess old habits die hard. Perhaps the most prevalent, however, I noticed that students were happy. Even with the masks and other restrictions, I saw laughter, friendships, and students that were genuinely happy that they could do the things that they loved again. If there's one major lesson that I have learned in high school, it's to cherish what you have, because in an instant, it can be taken away. It reminds me of one of my favorite movies, It's a Wonderful Life. If you haven't seen it, it's a movie about a man named George Bailey, who, through a string of bad luck, finds himself wishing that he had never been born. Through his guardian angel, he is shown just that, and his family and friends, without the positive impacts he had on their lives, are miserable. George realizes the impact that he had on other people, and he returns to his life with more gratitude. The movie's a little cheesy, I know, but it highlights the lesson of this odd school year. Those little moments, the funny hallway conversation between class, Mr. Larson's roasts, or playing Back in Black before a Friday night football game, they need to be cherished because we don't know how much they'll mean to us until they're gone. Being at this ceremony tonight would not have been possible without the many people around us. Thank you to the faculty, teachers, administrators, parents, volunteers, custodians, and everyone else that has helped us get here. You have worked tirelessly this past year to help us learn, and we so greatly appreciate you. This ceremony is a celebration of your hard work as well. I also wouldn't be here today if not for my amazing family, my siblings Megan and Matthew, my dad, and my mom. They're always there to make me smile. They have supported me to no end and have made countless sacrifices in order to make me into the person I am today. I hope we can all take some time today to thank those that mean so much to us and helped us get to where we are sitting right now. As we move forward, I hope that we can appreciate all life has to offer us and take full advantage of the opportunities that we have. We have made it through, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, unprecedented times, but I know that the resilience we have gained through this past year will serve us very well in the future. I'd like to close with this quote by Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you. I wish you all the best of luck on your future endeavors, and go Knights.
Thank you, Christopher. Kaneland Board of Education, administration, families, staff, and graduates. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you this evening. I'm so incredibly thankful that we are able to gather together under one roof and celebrate this special occasion, the graduation of Kaneland's class of 2021. Over these past 14 months, I found it interesting how many things in life that have just seemed like givens. They were things we just expected, never really questioned. They just were. In the past, when we walked in the halls, we would smile at each other and mouth hi. We would be able to actually see each other's faces as we did that. If someone reached out their hand to us, we would naturally reach out and shake it. We were never thought about bumping elbows. And events like a high school graduation were just supposed to always happen. It was an expectation that we looked forward to, and we counted down the days for at least 12 years, if not 18. Although it has been very difficult for us to accept that some expectations were not going to happen, and some have changed, it sure makes days like today extra special when we gather together for a graduation celebration and realize that sometimes it's not so given. I was listening to a podcast called The Happiness Lab, and they were sharing some teachings about rituals from over 2,000 years ago taught by Confucius. They said, rituals do something. They accomplish a goal. They bring people together in ways that bind people together around a common activity. It is naturally doing things, sometimes without thinking. Class of 2021, let's think about a normal day of class. I mean, with a full class of students, live and in person, with no hand sanitizer or mask. Do you remember those days? Think about the ways that teachers and students act. We know what to do when the bell rings, when we have a question or we have an answer. We know what to do when we've finished an assessment or someone is talking in class. These are rituals. They are ways of right behavior, and they can be so powerful. We find that our own behavior can bring out a behavior in others. If you sneeze, someone will probably say, "Bless you." You can do this for evil, you can do this for good, that's our choice. But when we use rituals in a positive way, it can form a sense of connection, a sense of community, a sense of order, all of which are so important for our happiness. That's rituals. If you want to increase your well-being, you need to pay attention to rituals. Psychologically, rituals do have a huge impact on us. They can make us feel less grief after a traumatic event, make us feel closer as a family and friends, make partners feel more committed to each other, make teams perform better. They can give you back a sense of control when things feel out of control. Rituals can make your life feel more in order. Doesn't that sound like a list of needs we all have had during these last 14 months? It's no wonder that the ritual of a high school experience and this high school graduation ceremony was so important for all of us. These rituals are key to so much of life. They help us to bond together and can bring us such comfort and happiness. Yet often we don't realize it or see it until they are changed or gone. Class of 2021, your lives have been filled with these rituals, ones you were aware of, some that we were a part of, and many that you might not even realize were there. As you move into this next phase of your life, it's time to learn new rituals, to become aware of the rituals in new places, and at times build some new ones for your own life. But please know, cultivating your happiness through these rituals takes work. We have to learn how to do this. I'm not talking about the learning to get a grade, to get attention, or to get a better job. I'm talking about the highest form of learning, learning for yourself, learning to make yourself and those around you better. I'm talking about learning so that you can establish and live with new rituals that will bond you with others and bring you and those that are a part of the rituals comfort and happiness. Class of 2021, that is what we wish for you in your future. Rituals that will bring you comfort, happiness, and true joy. I do have a few rituals that I would highly suggest for you this evening, though. First, please find a way to make a ritual of contacting home at least once a week. Could be a visit, a phone call, or even a simple text. Trust me, this is a ritual that those sitting in the stands really are going to need these coming years. And you will probably need it more than you realize today. Second, sitting on the floor with you are classmates that have walked these past years with you and they've impacted your lives. As you make new friends, make sure that you also work to keep some friendships with each other. Maybe it's a promise to reunite at least once a year. We hope a ritual for you will be to stay in touch with us as well. Kaneland is filled with people who enjoyed having their lives intertwined with yours. Together, we have had rituals over the past 12 years, and we hope that there will be ways some of that can remain. Finally, we hope these coming years are filled with a sense of belonging where you are headed, a sense of comfort from the people you are with, and a sense of happiness from what you are doing. Class of 2021, a ritual that we promise to continue is to always know you as Kaneland Knights. Thank you for the positive impact that you have had on all of us. We truly wish you all the best. To continue the very special ritual of your high school graduation ceremony, it is now my honor to present the Kaneland High School graduating class of 2021 to Dr. Todd Layden, Superintendent of Kaneland School District.
Thank you, Thank you, Principal Maris. On behalf of the Kaneland Community Unit School District 302 and its administration, it is my honor to officially endorse the Kaneland High School class of 2021 as having met the graduation requirements of District 302 and the state of Illinois. President Witt and members of our Board of Education, I officially present to you 329 members of the Kaneland class of 2021.
It is my great pleasure on behalf of the Kaneland Board of Education to accept the Kaneland High School class of 2021. You have met and exceeded all requirements set forth by the state of Illinois and the Kaneland Board of Education. We are proud of your accomplishments and ask that you now receive your diplomas. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. My name is Mr. Bruno. For those who don't know me, thank you, seniors, for giving me the honor and terror of once again announcing your names. I promise I will do my best to not mess a single one up. Class of 2021, as your row is called, please rise and join us on stage with your card to receive your diploma case. Brandon J. Abordo. Samantha Lynn Abruzzo. Addison Rose Adams. Abbas Al-Kafaji. Evan James Aarons. Sotir Sam Ajazi. Nathan Michael Allen. Theodore Robert Allen. Stephanie Arlette Alvarez. Kelsey Louise Anderson. Nathan Christopher Anderson. Yahir Damian Andrade. Mason Coit Argabright. Carter Wayne Askew. Miguel Angel Bahina. Grant Thomas Baldridge. Rocco Philip Bestone. Trevor Allen Beavers. Dakota Bednowitz. Brogan Allen Behrens. Mia Rose Bergman. Elizabeth Yanchin Biala. Anna Elizabeth Blankenhagen. Jenna Amy Bagalovich. Sean Michael Bolger. Jacob Anthony Booton. Danielle Rose Borzowitz. Taya Chwin Hong Brandel. Jason Mark Branning. Owen Charles Branson. Connor Eugene Brennan. Gustavo Daniel Briones. Haley Lynn Bronson. Aubrey Jude Brose. Giovanna Kareem Buenrostro. Mia Rose Bonavita. Alyssa May Burnage. Olivia Rose Bertel. Kaylee Marie Buck. Sebastian Ramon Cabeza. Lauren Elizabeth Campbell. Taylor Christine Carlson. Lindsay Ann Costello. Mia Janae Catanzaro. Jackson Pfeiffer Serta. Robert Anthony Clevenger. Sasha Alexandria Clinton. Lane Michael Congelosi. Tyler Thomas Conklin. Chloe Cynthia Conley. Matthew Hale Conley. Isaiah Nathaniel Connor. Porter Jacob Conroy. Diane Samantha Cortez. Nora Kathleen Crimmins. Troy Bruder Cruz. Janitza Nicole Cruz Figueroa. Isaiah Jordan Delal. Max Donovan Dapkus. Jonathan Andrew Davis. Kaylee Rose Davison. Paige Renee De La Bruere. Joseph Vincent James de Blasio. Kobe Anthony DeFranz. Riddhi Deshpande. Ethan Grant Dobbins. Damian Christian Dominguez. Delaney Marlene Douglas. Ryan Arthur Duffy. Margaret Marie Duncan. Hannah Elizabeth Jalava. Sadie Jane Edgar. Ella Gail Edwards. Mackenzie Elizabeth Eggert. Gloria Bernice Elliott. Sarah Margaret Elliott. Monica Iscontrius. Danielle Page Espino. Liam Patrick Evans. Ivy Mb Awane Awang. Alexander Grant Fabry. McKenna Karen Faber. Hannah Michelle Faulkner. Alyssa Angela Fecarata. Emma Grace Feltis. Olivia Danielle Farrell. Emma Josephine Fiedler. Charles Grady Fitz. Samantha Jo Fitz. Bryce Montgomery Ford. Christopher William Fountain. Rachel Ann Frank. Olivia Marie Franklin. Jacob Stephen Franzen. Mia Catherine Gaylor. Amelia Mary Gannon. Kelsey Marie Ganzen. Sophia Ann Garland. Aiden Joseph Gatz. Samuel Robert Girolamo. Samuel James Gomes. Amelia Victoria Gonzalez. Andres Guerrero Gordillo. Allison Lucille Grabowski. McGuire Thomas Grabowski. George Washington Grant. Logan Richard Gresser. Will Michael Gresser. Jackson Joseph Grotto. Abraham Guerrero. Eleanor Caroline Gasindi. Mason Taylor Hain. Samuel Isaac Holcomb. William John Haley. Joshua Wayne Hanold. Maxwell Robert Hansen. Ashley Nicole Hansen. Ashley Harrison. Wyatt Emerson Harvell. Isabella Francesca Hawk. Natalie Vaughn Hazen. Emma Grace Headland. Mason Aaron Hurst. Emerson Claire Hicks. Evan Sheridan Hogan. Carter Robert Hollis. Kylie Jane Hollebecki. Madeline James Hubble. William Andrew Huber. Kendall Grace Hudson. Dakota Rose Huffness. Samuel Ryan Jackson. Sophia May James. M.A. Justin Peyton Jamrowski. Nathan William Jers. Amaya Renee Johnson. Brady Mark Johnson. Brooks Jeffrey Johnson. Christopher Harold Johnson. Sarah Ann Johnson. Travis Richard Johnson. Anthony Mitchell Jones. Logan J. Kearns. Christian Robert Keller. Angelina Catherine Kinsella. Tyler Alexander Klein. Dominic Michael Knazer. David Theodore Kolev. Erica Michelle Kothi.
We're going to keep this party rolling. I'm Mr. Paoli. Seniors, well, soon to be former seniors, thank you again for this honor. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, seeing you mature over the years, and we wish you the best of luck as you move forward. So let's do it. Abigail Savannah Kropidlowski. Ryan Christopher Cruz. Mia Jane Kushar. Riley Nicole Cuffle. Ellie Ann Kurz. Ashley Nicole Kyle. Delaney Michelle Lancaster. Madeline Ann Lancaster. Skylar Elizabeth Landorf. Alexa Paige Larson. Samantha Ann Lawrence. Stephanie Marie Lawrence. Mikhail Jeffrey Leach. Dylan Anthony Letterman. Carter Everett Lenz. Gracie Lou Lenz. William Richard Leonard. Naomi Nicole Lesniak. Jalen James Levy Thomas. Sophia Litza Liakis. Giacomo Liga. Jenna Kao Lin. Riley Sophia Lindsay. Aaron Paul Lodwig. Bailey Alfano Lomahan. Robert Markham Lutke. Carson Jeffrey Lynn. Danielle Sean McMillan. Yaeli Magayan. James Anders Magnuson. Parker James Malone. Elizabeth Ann Mattern. Megan Marie Matthews. Kelly Grace McCarran. Andrew Lane McAvoy. Kylie Rose McGlynn. Jack Andrew McIntyre. Cole Parker McMillan. Isabella Comfort McPartland. Jamari Trevon Meeks. Brianna Faith Mickey. Jonathan Charles Miller. Alexis Grace Millhouse. Kelsey Michelle Modaf. Blake Christopher Moeller. Break. I need a break. There's a water break. Sabrina Irene Moses. Ryan William Mueller. Delaney K. Mulder. Sophia Rain Mullins. Hannah Christine Morabito. Christian Joseph Nates. Ryan Christopher Nelson. Alexis Rose Nessie. Jacob Daniel Need. Braden Chance Nig. Francisco Guadalupe Nunez. Kira Lee O'Neill. Maxine Dawn Ocampo. Audrey Renee Opperman. Olivia Ann Ortigal. Tyler Aiden Ortiz. Amber Lindsay Painter. Drake Michael Palm. Reagan Elizabeth Parrott. Woo. Peyton Nicole Peterson. Abigail K. Peeler. Lucas Ryan Pell. Logan Pelfrey. Lucas Elio Pesavento. Harley Mae Peterson. Haley Mae Peterson. Morgan Rose Phillip. Riley Lorenza Podgwaite. Allison Marie Polakowski. Brady Ethan Popovich. John Lou Pringle. Samuel Marcus Pryor. Zachary Forrest Pewitt. Sejal Amaya Quintanilla. Mireya Sofia Ramos. Sergio David Ramos. Nolan Thomas Rank. Nathan Michael Rye. Abigail Francis Reimer. Fernando Jacob Rientan. Ryan Joseph Ranella. Sebastian Allen Rios. Sophia Rosa Rios. Miles Lee Ripper. Rose Victoria Roach. Julian Patrick Rodriguez. Jonna Christine Rollman. John Thomas Romano. Oriana Lorna Rosales. Dylan Robert Rosenwinkel. McKenna Marie Ryan. Janina Daniela Sally. Maya Magdalena Saltagerald. Brent Charles Schaff. Emma Claire Schaefer. Adam Joseph Schaffernack. David Allen Schatz. Jasmine Leanne Scholl. Jack William Schultes. Piper Sinclair Schrefferman. Michael Evan Schroeder. Grace Rose Shaw. Brenna Noel Sheehan, sorry. Eloy Andres Cimental. Emily Anna Skiba. Callista Jolene Smith. Sadie Elizabeth Smith. William Evan Smith. Marissa Sosa. Caitlin Grace Sparber. Gabriella Noemi Spaziri. China Elizabeth Stanley. Megan Elizabeth Stefanik. Alicia Clara Monique Stanger. Jalen Christopher Stevens. Olivia Rose Stoll. Andrew Thomas Stover. Nathan Robert Strack. Marcus Andrew Suggs. Trevor Quinn Sussland. David Tapia. Jack Michael Taylor. Caden Edward Tetman. Eric Turan. Tyler David Tice. Matthew Ryan Thomas. Matthew Owen Thompson. Ashley Sue Tompkins. Garrison David Trebolo. Ella Grace Uplegger. Jorge Armando Vargas Murillo. Edgar Vasquez. Abigail Jean Vose. Caitlin Elizabeth Volkening. Michaela Rose Warfel. Aiden Hunter Watkiss. Sophia Christine Webb. Jordan Cynthia Weber. Janelle Ann Weiberg. Evan Michael Weiland. Emily Sophia Wiley. Brandy Christine Willens. Grant Richard Williams. Cordell Elijah Williams. Ronnie Lynn Wilson. Kate Elizabeth Winger. Jazaria Alana Aliyah Wise. Anastasia Alyssa Workman. Jack Roger Yor. Haley Eileen Zimmerman. Kyle Reed Zitkus. Cole Joshua Zukowski. Congratulations, class of 2021. The applause is well deserved. You guys have showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination. You took what was bad, turn it into something good. Go out there and show the world what you got, okay? Good talk. Now joining us on the screen is the Kaneland High School Senior and Madrigal Choir.
Good evening, class of 2021, parents and teachers. I am Lauren Campbell, the class vice president. Welcome to our last day together as a class of Kaneland High School, or as my dad told me, congratulations on getting through the easiest part of your life. Prior seniors always said these years would go by fast, but we never believed them because as a freshman, 4 years seemed like forever. However, as I'm standing here giving a speech looking at all of you, 4 years has felt like one. First, I want to thank all the Kaneland and Fox Valley teachers for pushing us through the strange and unpredictable year. Because of COVID, I went into my senior year thinking it would be the worst year of them all, but in the end, you guys made it one of the best. I learned so much from you all about pushing yourself further, even though the world is trying to knock us down. On a more personal note, I want to send a special thank you to a few teachers who have helped me over the past 4 years. Mrs. Kuntz, thank you for being my Elburn Leo supervisor for the past 7 years. You taught me the importance of giving back to our community, as well as making it fun. Mrs. McCornack, thank you for always thank you for helping me fall in love with the medical field through your teaching. You guided me to major in nursing and one day become a nurse anesthetist. Mr. Dentino, how will I ever hear the song Manic Monday and not think of my freshman year geometry class? Make sure you keep up the daily shenanigans in your class. I know it helped me and my peers get through your math class. Mr. Maurice, your first year of teaching was a wild one. Some of my best memories of junior year came from your class. Don't worry, I will never forget the importance of rhetoric. And last, but certainly not least, Mr. Larson, first hour pre-calc my junior year. I hope you always remember to have chicken and a biscuit stocked up. I'll make sure to keep up with the band on Spotify. Every time I tell anyone I go to Kaneland, the first thing they ask me is if we have a bring your tractor to school day. Although this may seem funny to others, it shows how Kaneland appreciates every career path a student chooses to take. Through the many extracurricular activities offered at Kaneland, it pushed all of us to branch out and find what we truly loved, and I couldn't be more thankful. Students, we missed out on a lot this year. Homecoming, Friday night lights, class events, and so much more. But we did get Zooms, which hands down has to be the best part of the senior year. Sorry, teachers. I also have to give a shout out to the Powder Puff team. Congrats on winning 2 years in a row. It's crazy to think that some of us have been together for the past 12 years, and now here we are in caps and gowns, all going our separate ways. Many friendships will continue to blossom, and new ones will form, but we all will have the memories over the past 4 years we have spent together at Kaneland High School. But in the end, if there's one thing I know we will all miss, it has to be the lunchroom cookies. Mom, Dad, and my brother Nate, I want to give the biggest thanks to you guys for always pushing me to be great. I wouldn't be standing up here if it weren't for you. Mom, I know you're crying right now because you cried when I practiced this speech in front of you. Wipe those tears away. You still have all of summer to deal with me. And to my grandparents, thank you for supporting me through every step of my life, no matter how big or small. To the people who I'm going to miss the most, you have made these past 4 years unforgettable. Thank you for always listening to me complain about schoolwork and trust about everyday activities. Through hot summers and stressful school years, you guys have been by my side through it all. Thank you. I never thought I would get to stand up on this stage, but we made it happen. COVID may have taken many things from us, but it couldn't take this. I would give one last thank you to the high school administration, but more importantly, I want to thank Photomath, SparkNotes, Quizlet, and Google, and oh yeah, the person that invented copy and paste. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it. As we leave this evening, we will be heading out 2 different entrances. Students on the west side, you will be heading out the door behind you to my right. And students on the east side, you will be heading out the door we came in. Parents and families, once our graduates have left the floor, please head out the same exit as your graduate. One final reminder, graduates, please take the envelope under your seat with you. Thank you. Class of 2021, it is now time for the turning of the tassel, symbolizing the transition from one stage of life to another. Please rise, everyone, and join me in the moving of your tassel from the right side to the left. Congratulations, graduates. Faculty and staff, please begin to form your congratulatory tunnel. Kaneland Board of Education and Administration, please join me as we begin the recession. Class of 2021, please remain standing as we dismiss you 1 row at a time, starting from the front. Again, congratulations, and we all wish you guys the best.